From the deep dark reaches of Star Trek Online comes Nikodas and Grebog with another episode of Fleet Action Report.
Hello, and welcome to Fleet Action Report, the show where we don't just play the game, but we teach you how to play the game. I'm Nikodas.
I'm still Grebog. This episode is 125, and we will be going into the Lost Dominion story arc. Welcome everybody. I was trying to do weird, silly things on the countdown before going live to try to crack Nick up before we started. See if I could screw him up.
I actually made it through my little segment there without stuttering or messing up or anything. I'm kind of proud of myself. It's a good day when I can get through that. And the whole thing was my idea, and yet for the longest time I couldn't do it. I would mess it up or I'd stumble over certain words. I don't know. But I did it okay today. I don't know.
Words are hard.
Sometimes, yes. Reading is hard. Math is hard. That's why they teach it in school, right? All right. So I don't know. I'm just gonna move on. Grebog, how has your week been? What you been up to?
I've had an eventful week. Both good and bad. The good, we'll start there. Or here, no, we'll get the bad out of the way. So on Thursday, because Thursday, big day for many people in the U.S., my furnace decides to, I'm tired. I don't want to run anymore. I'm just gonna stop. So, actually, it started Wednesday night, but we tried. I should say my sister. The part of the good part of last week was my sister came to visit, and I got to spend a lot of time with my sister. I got her addicted to a new game or two. One of them is a mobile game called Eggs Inc. And yeah. But the other game is the one and only Star Trek Online, because And since she was having such a blast, I picked up a T6 ship token in a box that I gave to her so she could claim a ship, and with Nikodas's recommendation, and that we told her to get the Arbiter, so she had a nice T6 ship to fly around and level with.
You can't go wrong with the Arbiter, right? Like it's got one of the best traits, one of the best starship traits in the game. It's usable on almost any build that you put together, and the ship itself is just a nice ship to fly.
Yeah, it's a good solid ship. If you are in ever question on what your very first ship should be, the Arbiter is a good solid choice. Okay, so she was here, got her addicted to STO. And because she's mechanically, she's a diesel mechanic, my sister, God love her, she could probably kick any of our asses if we ever offended her. Fortunately, that is not something I do. I do not upset my sister, or I try not to. But being that she's a diesel mechanic, she went ahead and we investigated the furnace, because apparently in my area you can't get a burner, a heating oil burner furnace tech unless you're already a pre-existing customer, and that makes that kind of hard to do. How do I become a pre-existing customer if you won't even come to let me be a customer and fix my furnace? Anyway, so my normal furnace tech guy, he was out of town because holidays. He wasn't going to be back until Sunday. But we investigated the problem, which probably helped my furnace tech figure it out quicker, because he was here. I think he had it fixed in 30 minutes or less. He just made sure to, he wanted to stay until the furnace ran long enough to make sure that it was 100% fixed before he walked out the door. But so furnace is fixed. I have heat. He came on Sunday, which kind of means I went from Wednesday night till Sunday during the day without a furnace. One of the nights it did get to 62 in here, but other than that, I'm now enjoying the joys of a heating system again.
I'm glad your heater is working, especially since winter is coming, or here,
I
depending on
think I
what
was
you
like,
look at.
I think winter already arrived technically. I mean, there are some places that definitely would say winter has arrived and came in a big ol' yeah, fashion. Because you talk to any of the people that are in areas around Buffalo, New York, up near the upper area of New York, at the like the line near Canada. My understanding, there are areas that got 6 feet of snow, so winter has stormed on in.
Okay, I stand corrected. Winter is here. I was just trying to make a Game of Thrones reference. You know how it goes.
I know, but I was like, I think the people in Buffalo, New York, will argue it's here.
Well, that's true. I mean, we had snow here too, just not a lot of it. All right. So what else? So your furnace went out. Your sister was visiting. She helped you fix the furnace. What else? You've been
Well,
playing any
she helped
games?
us diagnose the furnace, so that way when the furnace guy came. But we played some STO together. Was helping her level up. I've been making crafting her gear, so every 10 level break, she had new gear to equip. Because I am that kind of brother. Once I've given you a taste, I'm gonna keep making sure that everything goes well. Because I know how frustrating it can be as you're leveling. You like all of a sudden you're just getting annihilated, and I didn't want her to have that. But so my week was spent a lot of time with my sister, hanging out. Oh, we did talk about how I'm going to destroy my D&D world, the one with the pirate game. So yeah, something maybe. We did various talks about D&D stuff and things, and I gave her a all of my PDFs books, of D&D books, so she can use those in her home games.
And eventually buy her own copies, so it's not illegal, right?
Yes. So some of them are no longer for sale and cannot be purchased because the company went out of business. Some of these were like Kickstarter projects that, hey, I think I have a great idea for business. I'm going to do a book on
I was
Kickstarter, and then they went under. I don't know that I necessarily feel too bad about sharing those PDFs because,
Grebog. I was just being facetious. Don't pay any attention to me.
well, I know, and it does also give her a direction because, like, I told her, like, I was like, this one book, you probably want to go check them out on Patreon because they have, if you go support them on Patreon, they offer so much more than what you see in that book. And that would be the Griffin Saddlebag. For those that want magic items, Patreon Griffin Saddlebag, they do like a weekly new magic item with artwork, all the details. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Anyway, not that they are a sponsor, not that they are giving us money. I just really love them. Anyway, that's been, yeah. So yes, I addicted her to two new games, and then we did a bunch of D&D and how to destroy my pirate game world, and yeah. How has your week been, Nikodas, and what have you been up to?
At least going out in a blaze of glory, exploding world would be a fitting end for Elias.
Well,
Um,
we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Fair enough. My week has been um childish, I suppose, to be the way to put it. I have gotten to the end game on Pokemon Violet. I still have a lot to do. I still have over half the Pokedex to capture and complete, so I still have a lot of work to do in the game. But as far as storyline goes, I have gotten to the post game. Um, it was fun. It was an interesting story. It's not my favorite Pokemon game, but it's also not my least favorite or least liked, however you word that. No, it's a good game. It was fun. It was interesting. My favorite, for those who might be curious, are Sun and Moon, the original Sun and Moon, not the second update version of Sun and Moon. I just like the story, although I really want to know what happens to Lily when she disappears. Um, in my head canon. Okay, so Sun and Moon. This is not a Pokemon podcast, but Sun and Moon has this really convoluted story about alternate dimensions and craziness. And at the end of it, the character who has traveled around with you, not your character, but the one who's been following you around, decides that she's going to go to another region to have her own Pokemon journey and leaves. Her name is Lily. So in my headcanon, the very next games that come out after that were Sword and Shield. So I made Lily in Sword and Shield and said that's where she went. But that's not official. That's just my own personal headcanon. Again, take that as you will. Other than that, I have done my dailies on STO. That's taken a fair bit of time. I discovered today I need to work a lot more on STO, so I have projects to do now that is going to take up some time. But then I also re-upped my subscription to World of Warcraft. The new expansion dropped today, and it is glitched all to hell. I can't even get into the new zone. It took me forever to get into the game. And then once I was in, I can't even get to the new areas. So maybe when we're done here today, I'll try it again and see if they had fixed anything. There was talk about a server restart. But I don't know. Hi, Darth. Good to see you.
And yeah, thank you for choosing us over WoW and coming to listen to our chaos.
Oh, yeah. Wow, that's a thing, right?
I mean, we're literally competing with an expansion release.
That's true, and yet we're still here. We're still doing our show because we're dedicated to this game. That's pretty much my week in a nutshell. WoW, trying to get caught back up on all this stuff. I haven't played WoW for almost 2 years, and I realized that when I logged in and all of my add-ons said they were outdated by 2 years. It's like, So getting back into the swing of things, and then the expansion dropped today, so I'm doing that, and then Pokemon and STO, of course, because I always play STO. All right, so what has this week been like for STO? Let's get into it.
Well, if you haven't been paying attention, they have had all kinds of sales, a lot of which are ending 4 hours. So if you haven't purchased things, hurry. Which means those that are going to watch this on YouTube, you've already missed them, because, yeah.
Mikey. Hi, Mikey. Sorry to interrupt. Hi, Mikey.
So Black Friday sales were a thing. That they are still kind of going on. There was a Zen charge bonus. They put the key rings back on sale. They put all the ships on sale. Mud's Market is on sale for, pretty much almost everything in the Zen store is on sale. I don't know that there's very few things not on sale, but as I was like, ship bundles on sale. Now my one disappointment, I was hoping that they would add something today, because I know that we had a Lobby sale up into the Black Friday sales. I was hoping they might re-up and do like a Cyber Monday 24-hour sale for Lobby. But they didn't do that. There was no new Cyber Monday sales. So everything ends in 4 hours. Buy what you want now if you're gonna buy something. You got the Zen charge bonus to get extra Zen for your money, and then everything's cheaper. Outside of that, let's see, and then they have the lifetime sub on sale, which is now until December 13th, $100 off. So instead of $299.99, it's $199.99. And it's up to you if you want to pay that much money. I have it. It has been good for me, but I've also had it for a long time. If you're going to be a long-time player, it is worth it. If you're not, it's probably not going to be worth it.
The current event is the Feast. It lasts from the 15th to December 7th. Supposedly, they are adding another day because they had a glitch early on, but that is not reflected
Yeah,
on the in-game list yet. So
it's
we'll see
still
how that
not
goes.
reflected.
You have to get 14 days of progress to get the reward. The two options are either Bug Hunt, which is a ground TFO, or the Swarm, which is a space TFO, and the reward is a Universal Kit Module, V'ger Probes. These summon lights that will follow your enemies around. We don't know how good it's going to be yet. We'll have to test it after we get our completions done. I'm a little behind on mine, so we'll see. Grebog's going to get it first, so we'll get his take on that. And then let's see, you talked about the lifetime. You talked about, well, so Muds has a fighter pilot bundle. This has the tier 6 Deimos, La Serena, Kowegian, and the Undine at Chirac Bio Warship. All of these are pilot ships, so they have pilot maneuvers, pilot seating. Some of them have really good consoles. I know the Deimos console is considered meta for phaser builds. And the La Serena, it's worth noting that that is a promo ship, not a regular lockbox ship, and therefore tends to be a little more costly on the exchange. This pack is still 50% off until December 6th. So it's currently 147.5 Zen, so 147.5 K Zen, or $147.50, 50 cents. I don't know how that works out. Something like that.
Almost 150 bucks.
Yeah. And when the sale ends on the 6th, it's going to go up to $295,000 or almost $300. So
if you're buying that with the Zen charge that's currently on, I think the math comes down to $120 roughly is all you need to get that mud bundle instead of the 150.
So our primary target today is to finish a segment that we had previously started. We just want to get this knocked out and say it's been done.
Ish.
So
I was like, we didn't technically do it for doing the arc. We did the other missions because they were considered hated missions.
Yeah, in our other segment, but we're gonna wrap this up and kind of go through these step by step. And I have all this stuff written out to help you guys. So, and again, these notes will be posted with the video on YouTube probably on Thursday, so you can find it there and get all the notes, or you can take notes while you're watching this because that's a thing. I did write down. Well, we'll get into it here. Let's go ahead and start the mission. Ooh, I got prompted.
Yes.
Oh, and we're both engineers. I didn't think that through.
Oh, well.
That's fine. We will make it work. As we are on a load screen.
I mean,
exciting load screen.
It's because of all the players that came back for the expansion. Oh, wait, no, wrong game.
Yeah, well, apparently there's a whole bunch of people playing it, and it's locked up the server, and the whole thing is kind of borked right now. I even saw one guy was commenting. He said that he was stuck out in the middle of the ocean, but he didn't know how he got there or why he was there, but he was in the fatigue zone, and the game kept saying, "Congratulations on discovering the ocean."
I mean, congrats.
Congrats. You're going to die, but congrats.
So something to note here, if you've gone to... You're invisible and just sparkles to me, buddy. But if you have been to DS9, you will notice this DS9 is not the same DS9 as... Yeah, this is... They changed the DS9 map to be more accurate to what was on screen. This is the previous version. So it's a little bit bigger than what the current DS9 is.
So this wants us to go and talk to Andrews.
Operations.
So our first step, is to go upstairs. Now, if you are running this in a group, you can have people run off to different areas and do multiple things at once.
Welcome to DS9.
But you have to start by talking to Andrews because she's going to ask you to go find the diplomats. Now, you can skip a lot of this, but since this is a walkthrough, we're going to run this for you. Do you want to go do Quarks?
Oh.
Quarks?
I was going to Garak. So you should probably go to Garak before you go to Quark.
If you will recall,
because are we doing their extra steps or are we not?
Yeah, they're all optional, but yeah, let's knock them out.
I'm reminded
That's fine. You can go talk to
Kanar from Bajoran.
Okay, because you need to get the Kanar one before you go to you do the stuff in Quarks.
You should still be able to get a bottle of Kanar. I mean, there's like 4 or 5 people to get it from. I gotta find Quarks because this is different.
I'm also going to start the duty officers from.
Don't do that yet. There's a whole thing with that.
Okay.
Which is in Quarks. Here we go. Here's Quarks. Nice, great big doors for Quarks.
I thought the duty officer separate.
There are Va'Kel Shon gives you 3 of them that are specific. Oh, there's Quark over there. To his thing.
All right, I got to talk to some of these people.
Okay,
yes.
So you started that. Quark does not have the bottle of Kanar, so we're gonna have to find somebody else.
I must find something to do with my free time.
So all of these are optional. Like one of the options here was I have other duties, so you can basically tell Surah here to, stick a fork in it. There are 3 people in here, so you're looking to trade for some time. Oh, I gotta talk to Quark first. That's why they're not lit up. She wants to go to a holosuite. He says that they're all reserved. Okay, now you got to talk to people. It doesn't matter which one you talk to or what order you go. The third one is going to be the one that you need.
What can I get for you?
Go away. All right, I'm going
Technically, he has Cardassian Kanar, but that's not what he wants. Eric does not want the Kanar.
Okay, so this person, the third person you talk to, this is why I said to wait, talk to Va'Kel Shon. So this guy says that he will give up his holosuite if you can sell his stem bolts. So then you go talk to Va'Kel Shon, who's over here in the west, and he will buy the stem bolts. Deal accomplished. And then while you're here, you can start his duty officer missions. Okay.
I'm looking forward to the conference. If you will recall,
I appreciate
help
the
on your
offer.
ship, so he's got
My crew
3
could
duty
really use a
officer
few extra
missions.
hands to get the work done. But if you need your
You can
officers to
queue
do
all 3 of them
something
up.
else,
They
I
take
understand.
5 minutes each.
I'll talk to Commander Andrews to see if she
which,
has
of course,
anyone who can help.
they'll run down at the same time. So that's another optional thing, is to get those done. But as that's ticking down, you can go do other things, like go talk to Quark about a holosuite.
Quark in his holosuite.
Now, if you're playing on the KDF side, you'll go to Ambassador Satish instead of Va'Kel Shon. Although Shon will still buy the stem bolts.
What can I get for you?
Nope, I don't want to talk to you yet. I got to talk to this person. Okay, now I can talk to Quark. Now, here's the thing. He wants 10,000 Latinum. You can actually argue him all the way down to 100. and if you tell him you don't have 100, he'll tell you to go play some Dabo. So that's a thing. But his second option is 2,000. If you pay the 2,000, there's an accolade. Lobes for business.
Hello again.
And then you talk to Surah.
I must find something to do with my free time.
And Surah's
I had been
happy.
hoping to spend.
And Sean will be happy when the 5 minutes run down. And you didn't find the Kanar yet, did you?
No.
Okay.
So it wants me to go back to him. There.
Well, hang on. So
What can I get for
you can. There's Quark is one. There's somebody named Pag. There's somebody named Prylar who's outside the Bajoran temple. There's also Ambassador Surah. Did you try talking to Surah?
Yes, but he just wants to talk about, or just say it says done for me.
Okay.
Maybe since you did the mission, the previous step, maybe it'll let you.
So the trick with this is there's Prylar. Come talk to Prylar. See if Prylar will give it to you. There is only one of the 5 will have it, so you may have to run around a little bit to find the Kanar. It's supposed to be rare. Commander Andrews upstairs might have it.
Apparently, the Prylar gave it to me.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
I'm just not paying attention.
Prylar gave it to you. Now you can go make Garak happy.
Our military after the Dominion. Impressive.
And then we still got to go talk to Satish, who is over here.
Which, if you are KDF side, he will have your 3 5-minute missions to do. Which is why I was.
Is troubling.
I don't know why it made us vote on that. That was weird. Okay, so that's we've talked to everybody now. We're just waiting on.
What's the timer on your missions?
Yeah, that's a good question. Let me see here. 90 seconds. We can go ahead and talk to the next ambassador. As long as we don't switch maps, it should be okay. Although, again, this is optional, and I don't really know what we get for completing it, other than...
When I did this on KDF side, talking to them immediately kicked me to the conference stuff.
Okay, well, I won't do that then. Let's see, is there any shops that we can go to? I mean, again, this is the old promenade, and you don't really see this a whole lot anymore. There's some shops over here. I doubt there's anything really, really good, but...
I mean, I think it's all white gear.
Doesn't mean it can't be upgraded. That's a thing nowadays that didn't used to be a thing.
Why there's a dancing person in this shop?
I really haven't seen this stuff for a long time. There's some kit frames.
Hey, Osiris.
I don't even know. Some of this might actually be unique. Commodity broker. Do you need commodities? Oh, that's the thing where they tell you, like, what sectors need which commodities.
Thanks for your help.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, now we can...
Okay, now we can go talk to them. Complete. Oh, Boimler went on that. Sorry, Sean. Didn't mean to send Boimler over to you.
A cat skating around. Woo! Ow.
Oh, I need to put a cat on this character.
This is so hilarious. You go so fast, and with the ice boots, you just slide forever.
Take the turbo lift. Okay. Okay, so that's the first part of this is done. It's helping all the ambassadors and getting everybody to agree to go to the conference. Then we go to the conference. And we're supposed to discuss the Borg problem.
Take a seat. My seat.
Welcome,
I like that there's a cat in.
I'm so pleased.
There's a
that you
cat
all
just sitting there
agreed to
randomly,
join
and
us
nobody
today.
questions it.
As many of you
Random
are
cat.
all too aware, the Borg attacks
Spot was
are
never that lucky.
increasing.
Spot got questioned everywhere he
If they
went.
are left unchecked,
Okay, so the
Starfleet
ambassador here
predicts
is talking
that
about the Borg,
entire
and he's
Alpha
trying to get
Quadrant
the other
would
races
fall
here to
within
agree
3
to a
years.
mutual defense pact.
We all
They
must
all start
work
arguing,
together
and
to push
for
these
Federation
invaders
norm, it
out
is
of
up
our
to
space
you
and
to bring
protect
everybody
our
together.
home.
Although it didn't prompt me
Now,
with a conversation.
Did you
There
have
we
something
go.
you wanted to add
Okay,
to this
so for the
discussion?
Federation, let's do Ambassador Surah first.
Sure.
Maintaining
For
balance with
Surah,
all
we are
things must be
supposed
our
to
primary concern.
use this isn't about balance.
I see you do not have my diplomacy.
I do not. If you have a high level diplomacy, that is always the best option. So I can't select that. So let's see what happens.
I'm trying to select this isn't about balance, and it's not letting me. My vote is apparently stuck on the diplomatic one that is grayed out.
And because we're separate,
Now, did you have something you
okay,
wanted
it
to add to
reset
this
for me.
discussion?
So let's try that again.
Maintaining balance with all
Oh,
things
now I can
must
select
be our
diplomacy.
primary concern. It is
There
one
we
thing
go.
to choose to swim upstream against the current.
Now,
Okay,
you have
so that
something
was
you
that
wanted
one.
to
Let's
add to this
do
discussion?
Cardassia. Okay, now here's interesting tidbit for you. It is Garak sitting in these chairs. That was a more recent update when they got the voice actor to come back and reprise the role. But on this option here, it says Ambassador Skill, which was the original ambassador, not Garak. And the
Cardassia
option
Prime is still
for
rebuilding
Cardassia
from
says,
the
"What about
Dominion.
your people?"
We've
would be the
achieved
correct
a great
option.
deal,
But
there is
Grebog has
still
diplomacy,
much
so we're
more
going to
to
go
do.
with that.
There is
Diplomacy
certain
for
wisdom
yo.
in forming a
Because
unified
it brings
force.
everything,
And Cardassia has
makes
other
it way
aspects. Now,
easier.
did you have something you wanted to
Okay,
add to
Sean,
this
we'll do the
discussion?
Federation next.
Starfleet will do everything we can to
Sean
protect the
is,
Federation
you're supposed to
and
do,
its
I thought,
allies.
mutual protection,
There are too many
and then
drains
follow
on our
that line
resources,
through, but again,
and a
we're going to
limited
skip past that with
Starfleet
diplomacy.
recognizes the Borg threat to all
Sean,
life
you
and
know,
Now, did you have
and
something
then
you wanted to add
Klingon
to this
Empire. Now,
discussion?
this one is a little bit more involved. Without diplomacy, you have to do, you talk about honor, and then you do, is it honorable? And then you do, as an empire, you are strong, but is the quadrant strong without you? And then our needs are shared. If any single planet falls, it will only make them stronger. You do those 4 things, and Satais will come over to your side, and he'll agree, but you can skip it all by selecting diplomacy.
Starfleet won't
Diplomacy.
Let's take a quick recess.
And look, now we got the accolade smooth talker, and you can get it either way. You can take the steps I read to you, or you can take the diplomacy option.
Oh no. Who's that coming out of the wormhole?
Well, I'll tell you this, it's not the Borg.
Well, we were allying to go against the Borg, but since it's Jem'Hadar and the Dominion coming out of the wormhole, all bets are off. Everyone's on their own.
There's something coming out of the wormhole.
Isn't that how it works?
Captain, it's
We didn't
the
ally
Dominion fleet.
together
They're
We-
charging
we
west.
weren't
to go
talking
against the
about
Dominion.
Red alert!
But we allied together to go against the Borg.
I can't hit the button to skip this one.
It's a cannot. Yeah. There are, if you play this story arc, it is a good story arc. There are some missions some people don't like in it,
Jem'Hadar boarding the station.
but my one complaint is there are a lot of non-skippable
We have to get out of here.
cutscenes. First time through, I have no problem with making us watch cutscenes. I kind of wish that it would remember you're replaying it. You can skip cutscene, which is kind of how WoW has done things.
Okay, so here we go. We're going out into the promenade. Now, there are 3 more accolades you can get right off the bat here. The first one, which we don't have attack officer, but the first one is this guy laying right here. If attack officer takes that weapon, you get an accolade. An engineer can open the door that Grebog is standing by. And I'm going to go ahead and shoot these guys, because why not? And then the third one for science is over here between these chairs. This downed person here, you can treat injuries, and that's your third accolade. They're all right there together. Makes it really easy.
And if you bring someone from each of the different types, you can get all 3 of them in one go. But we only partially planned ahead. Is the mission.
Yeah, well, and that was my bad. We were actually supposed to do this on Klingon characters, but I don't have any that are ready. Oh, look, they're shooting up on the balcony.
You need some catch yourself white.
No, I'm good. It's poisonous to us anyway. It's got... Why does it have... That's weird. Isn't this where we're supposed to be going?
No.
Oh, no.
This
It's
one.
This one, isn't it? Okay.
I will warn you, sometimes the friendlies will delay, get caught. For some reason, yeah. I don't know what to describe it. They pause every so often, and then they'll be like way behind you.
After you get those accolades or all the ones you're interested in, there's no real other trick to this. You're just running and gunning to get to your ship, because the goal is to get all the ambassadors to safety.
I do think it's going to be funny come winter event with all the cats running around.
Oh yeah, the cats with the ice boots on, and
Yeah.
everybody's going to be zipping around everywhere. Doing that daily race is going to be a cakewalk, as long as you don't go flying off the track and get disqualified.
There's going to be so many people that are going to fly off the course, and yeah.
But I mean, there's so many things now. There's a tribble that increases run speed. There's the cat form. There's the boots. There's just so many different ways now to increase your movement speed. Like, if you get everything, you can zip around those tracks, but they're all ice. So it's also going to be really easy to, lose the race. All right. I have not played on this ship in forever.
Why am I not turning? Come on, turn.
There we go. Go get him, boys. I used to hate this fight. Blowing things up so fast.
Sliding around like it's I don't know,
What
the
ship
winter
were you
the
in?
winter event.
There you go. Don't we have ships that we're supposed
There's
to
more coming. When I ran this to get my KDF tune ready, so he was capable for facility 4028. There's some weird pauses now in this mission.
Okay, there it is. Because we're not supposed to kill stuff as fast as we are. I get that.
I think they have it on a timer and not a actual check to see if all the entities are dead. I also learned, do not move to the next ship even if all the enemies are dead, if the green circle has not gone away. That means there's another wave coming, and you just have to wait for them to run in.
I just realized something. I haven't been on this character long enough that I never uploaded my space spam bar.
Well, that's going to be fun.
I just loaded it real quick, but that means the bars are not really set up how I like them to be. Okay, so we rescued 3 ships already.
Yep. One more.
Go get them, boys.
See, I was trying to help my sister run a mission, and I just came in and just blew stuff up, and I'm like, I told her, like, if you want me to stop, I will. If you want, I was like, I'm not trying to take your fun away.
The last time I helped somebody, I got in a
Curland,
shuttlecraft.
good to know that you and the delegates
Ran
are
around
safe.
with them in a shuttle.
Jim Hadar have stormed the station and we're losing critical areas. The Defiant has launched and I've evacuated
Poor
everyone possible,
Andrews.
but a few of us stayed to...
Yeah, but this time I noticed that one of the sound effects they put in was very much that V'ger sound effect.
What's going on?
Where
Like-
at?
My
Out
name
in
is
space?
Loris.
No,
and
right
I
in the
represent
background, underneath
the
this.
This station and
Oh,
all
I wasn't paying
remaining
attention.
souls on it are now under our
Here's another one I
control.
wish we could skip. I mean, I don't mind Loris. She's not as annoying as some of the other Vorta, but is what it is. Okay, so we're going to Bajor, and the next part of this quest chain is called Of Bajor. Now, if you want to see Of Bajor, go to our YouTube channel and go watch episode 78. We do everything about Bajor there because we ran it as a hated episode. I don't really need anything here, but we'll
I'm going to
go
take
back.
the recipes so I can craft them. Not that I think I need to.
And then the third mission in the arc is called Operation Gamma, and we ran that back in episode 69. It is a shuttlecraft episode. A lot of people really, really dislike the shuttlecraft episodes. I personally don't mind it. So we ran it. Yeah, see, even Darth said he loved the entire arc except the shuttle episode. So take that as you will. Hello, Osiris.
Yes, Osiris.
So
So, the next mission after Operation Gamma is Facility 4028, which you have to go to the Ayala system. I'm just going to transwarp.
which is in the Gamma Quadrant, just in case you're curious. No,
No,
it's not.
it should be in the
This
beta.
is back. Yeah, so after you do Operation Gamma, you talk to the Dominion there. They want their founder back in order to help you get DS9 back, and then you come here to a Federation prison. So I stand corrected.
And if you remember watching DS9, at the end of the Dominion War, they had captured one of the founders. So, and this is the founder.
Did it prompt you?
No.
Okay,
No,
I
it
had
did
to
not,
actually go
so.
up to the star, so. And I'm stuck on a loading screen. Hi, load screen.
It's because the expansion just released. Oh, wait, wrong game.
I'm one of those weird guys that I like the vault. I don't have an issue with Operation Gamma. I never had an issue with. A lot of players in this game really seem to hate the shuttlecraft episodes, but I never had an issue. Other than the one Romulan one, I despise that one. The one where you have to take on the walkers. Ugh. And they turned it into a
Yes.
TFO.
I don't mind. I don't mind the Operation Gamma so much. The vault is okay. Especially now that I know it.
Stage one here, step one here is you have to convince Wayoon to basically back off because the warden doesn't want the Dominion here, but he's willing to let Starfleet officers down. So you got to tell Wayoon to back off.
Here, I'm gonna grab one of my. Where is he? There we go.
I will bring. I don't know who to bring. Yeah, that works.
We're bringing ambassadors.
The Kirk class breathes. By the way, hi, Sir Raven. I don't own a Kirk class. I did very briefly. I sold it. But I never looked at it to see it breathe.
Kirk class.
Yeah, it's the futuristic. It's the 32nd century
Oh,
version of a Connie.
I, I'm intrigued by it. I don't have one.
I had one, like I said, very, very briefly, and I sold it for probably a lot less than I should have. I put it on the exchange, and the exchange maxes you out at 1.5.
Yeah,
But people told me later that I could have privately sold it for a lot more than that.
probably. See, once again, you are invisible, just a sparkling invisibility.
I'm still on a load screen. There we go. Now I'm in. Okay, so we're here.
Antechamber A.
We gotta go find the warden. Why the warden didn't meet us here, I couldn't tell you.
Authorized visitors must report to the warden. Follow the
So-
blue line to isolation
Follow the
zone
blue.
A.
Okay.
Yep. They will tell you what line to follow. There are painted lines on the floor.
Processing zone A.
Oh, look, prisoners being checked in. Oh, right, panel.
Here, I'm going to use the panel from the middle of the room. Well,
Granted. How may I assist? You may proceed.
There we go. Warden is over here.
Isolation
Warden, we
zone
want
A.
to see the founder.
Authorized visitors must
Warden
report to the
says,
warden.
aren't you here to see
Follow
this
the
other
blue
guy?
line to isolation
I'm like,
zone A.
no. He's like, well, go talk to the other guy and I'll let you go talk to the warden. Fine.
the other guy. What other guy?
Extending walkway.
And then here,
then,
you can technically go down. I was like, you can go down the other pass, but there's force fields.
You can actually go to a lot of the different panels, though, and find out about certain prisoners that are in here.
Inmate
A lot of them are
9863
low-key
live.
references to episodes of DX9, which is really kind of funny.
Like there was a Undine that I just talked to.
Like, I'm being nice. You can handle that however you want. You can be nice. You can be mean. I was nice. This time, usually I'm not. I really don't like Amar Singh, but, take that as you will. I did as you asked. Can I see the founder now? And now he acts like he knew we were coming. Now he's like, well, I'm losing my favorite inmate. Like, a minute ago, you said you didn't even know that we were going to be here. Hello, Wayun.
And then, yes, Wayun is here. Now we go down.
Apparently, they found DNA because at the end of Deep Space Nine, the founder says that was the last Wayun clone. But here we are again with more Wayuns.
Well, that Wayun was stuck in the port, or actually, no, they were still in, because we meet them in the Operation Gamma, and they were who we cut the deal with.
Not originally. Again, that was added after they had the voice actor come back in. Originally, it was just a random Vorta there. And actually, occasionally when you run Operation Gamma, you'll get both voice files
Yes,
active at
I
the same
did.
time, which is really weird. So you'll have Wayun in the correct voice actor saying the lines, but then you'll have, random voice actor 27 also doing the lines. I keep forgetting to go to these panels.
You got way ahead of me, so I just turned into a cat.
Isolation zone B.
Hi, kitty. I'm not even running all that fast. How did I get so far ahead of you?
I was busy talking and looking, and but there are panels all along. Like you run by a lot of these panels that you can interact with, and they all have prisoners that you little story bits from various shows and stuff.
Oh, that's the wrong one. That's a Tholian. I don't want to talk to a Tholian. Oh, she would have been so proud of you for shapeshifting. Here we go. Okay, now why she doesn't try to strangle us like as soon as we walk in here, I couldn't tell you.
What do you want? Time.
Oh, look. Now the dirt hits the fan.
Dirt?
Founder, your ordeal is at an end.
Wayoon.
You know, Sir
The
Raven,
line
I'm
is
still
on.
not sure how much I like the
Good.
detached portion
Let
of the
us
ships.
leave this
I
place.
get that they can just teleport anywhere they want by tapping a comm badge, but still, I mean, it just seems
We have taken
weird
DS9
to
in
me.
your name and are prepared to
Like,
extend our campaign.
You know, force
throughout
fields
the
are
quadrant.
holding the ship together. What happens if the
Give
ship
your
loses
blessing
power?
to our victory. We are yours to
And we've
command.
seen, you can't say that doesn't
I
happen.
know
We've
you,
seen that
Karan.
happen
Your
in
fleet
plenty of the
failed us in the
shows.
battle
Now,
for
maybe
Deep
there's something
Space
special
Nine.
about
We
32nd
lost
century
because you
ships,
did
but
not
you would
arrive.
think if a ship takes enough damage,
fleet was
those
diverted,
magnetic
passing through the
fields are going to
anomaly.
fail
We
and
did
different
not-
pieces of the ship are going to
I
fly
need
off.
soldiers,
I'm just saying.
Karakan, not excuses. You failed
The
us
only
already
way
once.
against
I will not
my
give you
only
the
way to
opportunity
rationalize that.
No.
Every
can't.
section has to have its own power source.
Attack.
That's
Kill
the only
everyone
way.
but the founder. We are dead. We go into battle to reclaim our lives.
Yes, but
I
again,
think not.
oh,
Did you really
I
think
guess
came
like
here
there
alone?
there's some technobabble thing that makes it work. I just think it's weird. Some of it
well,
looks really cool.
Actually, here's the way to explain why each one would need a power source. How do you charge your phone? Do you have a little thing that you can set your phone on? Don't even have to plug it in to charge it?
Yes, I do.
So just amplify that to a whole nother nth degree, and
ISIS is offline. Emergency protocol
you know,
engaged.
it's wireless charging to the max.
I'm sure, and you know, you're talking again 900 years in the future from what we've seen in Star Trek, which is another couple hundred years from where we are in real life. So yeah, technology is going to advance.
Secondary ISIS core.
I just think it's weird. I like it. I mean, don't get me wrong. I dig it. Some of the ships look really cool.
Engaged.
It's just weird.
Non-lethal options selected.
I'm gonna go lethal.
Oh.
Inmates must return to their cells.
Did you
in an
not?
orderly fashion. Failure to do so is a violation
Lethal.
of
I don't think.
regulations.
I went
I don't
went
think
back
it-
to lethal, so that way we're both on the same page.
Yeah, I'm not being very Starfleet. But then again, I'm playing a Talaxian right now, so that guy's got a lot of health. Oh, look, Dominion soldiers.
The ones on our side or the ones on your side? Their side.
Doesn't matter. Kill them all.
As I saw one of ours go into Shroud, and I was like, "Oh, I need to kill that one." You know, I'm like, "Oh no, that's one of ours." The drawback to bringing Jim Hadar on the mission.
Kill them all and let the prophets sort them out.
But I mean, yeah, there's also who knows what kind of tech that come 32nd century.
I'll tell you this much though, I'm really looking forward to the next season.
Oh my goodness, I used sabotage and the whole group just fell over.
Violence is against facility
I think I'm going the right way here.
All inmates are ordered to return to their cells.
Go back to your cell, please.
Yeah, before I fill you full of holes. I was going to say lead, but I don't actually have that gun. Okay, and we're back in here now.
Oh, you're just gonna leave?
Oh, did I leave somebody?
You're just gonna leave us fighting back here? Okay, I see how you are. I see how you are. So, okay, one of the reasons to do this mission, I already have the bridge officer, but there is a special bridge officer reward. It is not super special, and if you have the Jim Hadar Vanguard bridge officer pack, they are definitely the bridge officer you get from this one is definitely inferior to the Vanguards.
It's this guy that I was circling, Karakian or whatever. He's the guy.
So, I mean, it is not a terrible bridge officer. I would say definitely a decent one for ground if you need a good ground combatant. So
he's all right. Nothing special.
But now even if hey buddy, hey look, it's Sing. Yeah, buddy. There's no way out.
Prisoner secured. Transporting to safety.
You can talk to Sing and try to let him. You know, he'll basically mope. And if you run this on KDF, you don't get Sing. You get a dishonored Klingon, and he's such kind of a sad guy to talk to. It's just like, go back to your cell, dude. You're worthless. And I get really mean when I run this on KDF and talk to him. It's like, I got no time for you. Oh, look, the warden's back. Okay, now we get to leave. The holograms have it from here, apparently. Okay, so now this last portion here is a space battle against Karukan's forces. It is possible to skip this fight entirely. Once you get into your ship, you can just warp out. You can go up to the mini-map, hit your warp out button, because you get the episode completion as soon as you get in your ship. But if you wait until you're in combat, then you can't warp out, because you can't warp out in combat, and then you have to do the fight. But if you do it while the text box is still up on your screen, you can get out of this without doing the fight. Now, I'm not going to do that today, because this is a walkthrough.
All the things.
But if you just want to, get out of there as quick as you can skip this. And I'm stuck on a loading screen again.
See, this is also, if you are someone that likes to collect all the special bridge officers and you are not going to pay money for stuff, this is how you can get a Jem'Hadar.
Surrender the founder and your pet, and you will survive.
Not that I was going to, I was just checking.
Refuse, and I will destroy your ship.
So first he betrays his founder, and he tries to kill her on the ground, but then you get up in space, and he's like, send her over here, I want to talk to her. It's like, dude, you just tried to kill her, like, how many times? No.
Is life.
Well, see, clearly he's not one of the Vanguard.
Right?
He wasn't even wearing, like, the Vanguard outfit, just the standard Jem'Hadar outfit.
You gotta remember, this mission came out long before the Vanguard.
Oh, I know. I just being a smartass about he's not even cool enough to be Vanguard.
So this cutscene is messed up, man. I haven't watched this in ages. There were some invisible ships there and stuff. So Sir Raven, I'm actually really interested in that too. Clearly, there's been some spoilers. We know what's coming in Picard. I'm actually really excited about that. More in-game stuff being made canon is really cool. And I was hoping for that ship in particular. I really like the Odyssey, but, is what it is. But towards the end of the last season of Discovery, there was talk about seeing the 32nd Century Enterprise. Personally, I think it would be really cool if it's still the J. I would love to see more of the Universe class. But I have a feeling that if we get the 32nd Century Enterprise, it will be something new.
You were saying about going on? Yeah, we didn't do any combat. They just kicked us out.
It was just a cutscene, the cutscene had a lot of fighting in it, but it wasn't us. Like I said, I usually skip that, so I hadn't seen that in a long time. But as soon as you get in your ship, the text box that pops up, without getting rid of that text box, because as soon as you get rid of that text box, it starts the cutscene. But while that text box is up, you can hit your warp out button on your mini-map and skip that cutscene entirely. I'm just saying. But there's your option for the officer. You can also get your Jem'Hadar shield here if you want it the 3-piece with that. Or you can get a pack of personal shields, apparently.
What I am fascinated with is it still is giving me the option for the tactical officer, even though I already have one. And I'm pretty sure you can't have two.
It's a broken episode.
I'm going to as an experiment, so that way people can watch me. I mean, I don't need the bridge officer, but if people want to see if you can get a second, we'll find out real quickly. It says join. You may only have one tactical. Okay, so it does definitely spec, which means I have now just a candidate that is sitting here, who I can turn into a manual or. Oh,
will it let you? Will it let you do the manual?
Yeah, there's.
Because a lot of the named NPCs, it won't let you turn them into manuals now.
Interesting. Well, he's not named. He's just a Jem'Hadar tactical officer candidate. It's not like, Julian Bashir hologram.
And then we're not going to run it, but the final episode in this arc is called Boldly They Rode. We highlighted that also in episode 78. So for Of Bajor and Boldly They Rode, go see episode 78 on our YouTube channel or our webpage, fleetactionreport.com.
And watch Grebog get lost and stuck and all kinds of things on Boldly They Rode.
And then, because we had a lot of trouble with that. And then Operation Gamma is episode 69. And again, all this will be posted with the episode. Next Monday, okay, so we are gonna have a stream on Wednesday, although there's a high probability that might actually be a Warcraft stream.
I'm debating.
Thursday, you're gonna have Fun Night?
Yeah, we'll do Fun Night.
I am going to be working a 24-hour shift this Thursday, 8 a.m. to 8 a.m., so I will not be available to be in game. If I'm not busy, I will try to jump on Discord and kind of watch a little bit, but we'll see how that goes. My past couple 24-hour shifts have been rough, so we'll see. So Fun Night without me on Thursday. Wednesday, probably a WoW stream. And then next Monday for the show, we're going to be leveling our KDF alts. And if there's anybody that wants to join us, you are more than welcome. We'll run whatever episode, whoever the lowest level player is, we'll go to their episode, whatever they're on, and knock some stuff out that way.
KDF.
Yeah, I have a bunch of KDF alts that I need to level, so I'm good with that. That's it. That's all I got. What did I miss?
Fleet. The fleet. For those that don't know, we're still working on the colony. We are actually moving the colony right along. We like renewable energy is almost done, and then we're closing in on the other two tiers. Probably going to end up pushing it past the end of the year before we get those. But right now, the KDF fleet is working on tier 2 of the shipyards for the starbase, and at the dilithium mine has, I believe, the trade tier currently, the big project to get it to tier 3, working on right now. So once that's done, yeah, we're getting really close with the dilithium mine for trade tier to be done. But yeah. So KDF's moving right along.
Okay. Well, that's going to do it for the show tonight. Thank you for joining us, and as always, see you out there.
Live long and prosper.